In previous videos, we explored attentional surveillance. Let's recall 3 key points. Set a goal. To control where your attention is. As soon as something happens, you awaken. Before doing something, you awaken again. This way, you develop the habit of managing your attention and ultimately, your life. But this doesn't give you the right to look down on those who are sleeping. Observe them discreetly and don't pretend to know anything they don't pretend that you, too, are asleep. This applies to all lucid walks, both waking and dreaming. Remember, before a lucid walk in reality, you should have a friendly attitude toward others, otherwise you will be punished by the balancing forces. An arrogant, haughty, spiteful, or supercilious person will always get a slap on the wrist. Remember, reality is something that never was and never will be, but only exists once and now. Reality exists for only a moment, like a frame on a film reel. You need to define reality in advance, not fight against the current reality. Instead, what are you doing? You're trying to change the reality given to you in the current frame. Again, what is real reality? It is something that never was and never will be. It only is once and now. You cannot change what has already happened. But that's precisely what you do, because everything that surrounds you is something that has already happened. The present is little different from the past. The past is already far behind us. But the present also exists for only a moment, and you can't do anything about it either. While in the present moment, you are constantly dwelling in the past. Your attention is stuck in the current frame. This illusion captivates you and doesn't let you go into the future. Therefore, the future in this case does not depend on you. So, the past cannot be changed. You can also forget about the present. It has already happened. But you do have the opportunity to choose the future film that will shape the next frame of your life. How do you do this? You have 2 control functions, attention and intention. We covered attention in the previous videos. It is responsible for your sanity. Intention is responsible for your actions. To undertake something, you must first intend. Once you have done something, intention is realized in action. Just as attention has 2 screens, intention has 2 centers, internal and external. The inner center is responsible for all your normal functioning and is located in the frontal part of the skull. When you intend to do something, your muscles tense, allowing you to perform primitive actions. In the current frame, you never use the outer center, but it is precisely responsible for movement. In the future frame, you can instantly determine where the outer center is located right now. Each of you has an energetic plexus in transurfing. This is called the braid of intention. It is invisible, but you can feel it like a phantom part of the body that was once there. But it seems to still be there. That's not true. The outer center of intention is located between the shoulder blades, not right next to the back, but a little further back. Where exactly you'll find it intuitively, the exact distance is not important. Pay attention there and you will feel the principle of the outer center's operation is very simple. You transfer your attention to it and imagine a picture of some event that can, by the way, even lead to various actions. This is simply an action in a rather increased quantity, which you would like to attract into your life. In this way, you illuminate the future frame. and it becomes reality. Right now, on the screen, you can see an example of how it all looks. The thing is, you're stuck in the current frame. You're used to looking at what your eyes see, and they only see what's in front of you. If something goes wrong, you dive into the inner screen of your experiences and thoughts. And what are all your experiences and thoughts about? Again, about everything you see or what happens to you. So it turns out that your attention isn't yours. And that's it. Intention is not subject to your script. You can invent your own script, but you don't know how to implement it. Sometimes you dream or want something from the future, but the future frame can only be illuminated from the external center of intention, and you are accustomed to using only your inner, narrow-minded one. The current frame is your illusion. So, let's review the technique of the braid of intention. 1. Wake up and enter the point of awareness. As usual, say to yourself, I see myself and I see reality. 2. Activate the braid. Feel it, there it is, behind you, a few centimeters from your back, between your shoulder blades. As soon as you pay attention to it, it activates. 3. Without letting go of the braid, imagine a picture of the future. You don't necessarily have to pay attention to your eyes. They can be closed. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that thoughts, words, and images revolve around the braid. Previously, you only watched an external movie and obeyed him, and now they are able to spin their own films. 4. Once again, reinforce how to do this. Wake up, pay attention to your braid, and then, maintaining the sensation on the braid, imagine your wish coming true on your screen. This way, you illuminate the future frame, and it becomes reality. Later, you will learn to do all this instantly, in a single movement. The braid works like a film projector, and this projector starts at full power the moment your words, thoughts, and images emerge from it. Therefore, if you want to influence reality, use the braid. Don't be afraid to try and start small. You need to acquire practical skills in controlling reality. Let's start with something basic, with the fulfillment of immediate desires. Let's say an event is looming on the daily film, which could have either a successful or an unfortunate outcome. To begin, take the simplest thing that fits into a single frame. It could be a purchase in a store, a parking spot, or any everyday activity at work. You have the power to frame a successful film reel. You know what to do. Wake up, activate your braid, and without letting go of it, imagine your wish coming true. Then, release the sensation from the braid and continue your daily activities. You can also repeat the frame several times to be sure.